Ms Jan Barham.
Me too.
Yeah. Mr President, my question without notice is to the Minister for Primary Industries and Minister for Lands and Water. Minister, Section 69G of the Forestry Act 2012 requires that a review of New South Wales agreements and related integrated forestry operations approvals be conducted every 5 years. Noting the most recent document relating to a review of forest agreements was published in 2010, can the Minister indicate when the overdue third review of the New South Wales forest agreements that is required under the Forestry Act will be undertaken?
Mr President, I thank the member for her question, and in the year 2016, where we celebrate 100 years of the original Forestry Act here in New South Wales, which then gave birth to the initial Forestry Commission, which then went on to become, under recent years, the Forestry Corporation. I'm glad that she's taken an interest in the role that our forestry sector plays here in New South Wales, particularly for our regional communities and the economies that rely upon this important sector, not just the softwoods, Mr President, but the hardwoods. And Mr President, I was joined by the Honourable Rick Collis just recently to celebrate 100 years of forestry here in New South Wales, and to celebrate that original Forestry Act of 1916. He was there. That has been celebrated here in New South Wales just recently, and I'm sure, Mr President, as the next days go by, I might have more of an opportunity to talk about this wonderful event.
Linda Volz, I think, on a point of order.
Mr President, my point of order is relevance. The member asked a question about when a report was due, not for an extensive history of the 100 years of the forestry industry. I'd ask you to bring the minister back to...
Cover up! Introductory remarks.
Order. I was struggling to see the relevance, but I hate to discourage anyone from reflecting on our history, but I'm sure the minister will come to it in due course.
Stop saving him. Stop saving him. Remarks come to an end.
Mr President, one cannot talk about the IFOA without talking about the importance of the forestry sector in New South Wales, and the existing integrated forestry operations approvals, or IFOAs, for the coastal regions consist of 12 separate licences and around 2,000 conditions. They no longer reflect best practice, with many of the conditions being prescriptive, overlapping and unenforceable. The remake of the IFOAs for the coastal regions in New South Wales is expected to streamline and simplify the conditions for carrying out harvesting while delivering the same environmental outcomes. By focusing on outcomes and impacts of the new IFOA aims to deliver positive environmental outcomes at the landscape level, enable the industry to operate more efficiently and make the enforcement of the conditions more meaningful. There will continue to be a very high level of environmental protection oversight for forestry operations in New South Wales as we go through with the remake, Mr President. But in relation to an update on the progress and the timeframes, I'm happy to take that part of the question on notice and come back to the member.